All right, now I'm going to show you a couple other things that you can do some soft tissue work on yourself. And again, these are things that I typically do. This is kind of the work I do on patients. The physical therapists I work with is the stuff they do on patients. So a lot of this is stuff that someone else would do on you. I'm just showing you how to do some of this work on your own. So the first thing, we're going to go back and I'm going to show you some more things with the foam roll. So next, we're going to foam roll the neck, okay? So you're going to place your foam roll down on the floor. You're now going to lay back and keep the foam roll right underneath your neck like this. It's very, very important to note, when the foam roll is on your neck, never, never, never bridge your body up. Okay? That's just for in between the shoulder blades or maybe lower on the back. Never on the neck. So in this position, we're always grounded. Okay? So my neck just drapes over. I'm going to actively just push my head back a little bit into the foam roll with my own strength and just roll my head left and right. I can pick one side. I can roll over quite a bit, roll over just a little. I can tuck my chin a little bit and roll. But basically, this feels like someone's just giving me a neck massage. I'm rolling back and forth. Sometimes I roll a little higher, and I actually get kind of the base of the skull. There's a lot of tissue from the neck that goes all the way up the skull. So you can actually kind of roll the back of the skull there, back and forth. And I'm talking when I'm doing it. You would want to just breathe nice and easy. Okay, it's really great. Sometimes in between clients I'll do that. Next one. Now we're going back in between the shoulder blades. But I'm going to keep my hips grounded. This is an advanced technique to really open up the chest. Okay? What happens is the back in between the shoulder blades get really tight from all the hunching over, computers, reading, driving, all that kind of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find one spot in between the shoulder blades. I'm going to interlace my fingers behind my head. I'm going to breathe in. I'm going to drive my head back and elbows back. I'm going to go to as far as I can breathing in, and then I exhale and try to go further. Oh. So, again, breathe in, go all the way to where you hit your limit, and then when you exhale, your limit gets a little greater. So, let me show you the movement. You can hear my breathing. I'm staying on the same spot. Typically, I'll do 3 of those breaths on one spot. Now I'm going to roll up. I'm just rolling just an inch. Now I'm picking a new spot. What I'm doing is I'm prying open, not really the chest, although that will be effective, but prying open in between the shoulder blades. So you can do that extension too. Next one, I'm going to show you how to work on this muscle right here yourself. Try to get out of the sun here. Okay, so we talked about maybe a little bit this muscle right here. It's called the sternocleidomastoid. It attaches to, here's the cervical notch in between the 2 collarbones. Here's my collarbone, and here's the muscle. So if I just do this and pinch, I found it. If it hurts, then you probably really know you got it. And usually I just use these 3 fingers right here, and I just squeeze. Just holding right there, you can squeeze, you can do this, you can go up and down, and you can find your way all the way up. And sometimes people get a little afraid, like, well, how do I know I'm not going to hit my throat? You'll know instantly if you hit the throat. And really, I mean, throat's right in the center, right? It's this muscle right in here. And typically it's this lower spot. You can also try to get up in here, but it's just harder to get up in this spot. It's right here. And you can almost, if you're really bold, imagine you're going to get your fingers all the way around it. So I'll show you. And I'm really squeezing right now. It's tight. And I'm just going up and down, up and down. And if I really want to get effective, I'll do this and go, and I'm just doing that fish hook kind of angle, and that will really loosen it up. That's one that when I work on patients with that, one can really bring some tears. But that's one of the main muscles that's pulling that head forward. So that's an advanced one you can do. And these you can do anytime you want. Last one I'm going to show you. It's on the ground. You don't need a foam roll. We're going to do a knee tuck, and we're going to do that rooster position. This puts your spine into traction. everything is compression on the spine. The longer you live, the more you have gravity compressing on your spine. If you put yourself in postural positions that aren't optimal, it speeds up that process of compression on the spine. We need to loosen things up. So you can hang upside down from somewhere, or you can do something like this, which may be a little bit easier. So we're going to go on the floor. My knees are up. I'm going to grab right below my knees, right on my shins. I'm going to tuck my chin down, just like I was doing that rooster. I believe it was number 4, I think, on the mobility one. So I'm going to tuck my chin down. My tongue is on the roof of mouth. I'm nose breathing only. And what I'm doing is I'm pulling my knees up, lifting the tailbone. Some people do this and the tailbone doesn't lift. They either don't have enough strength or they're too tight. Either way, it doesn't matter. As long as you're doing it and you're actively pulling, you're getting some traction, whether there's movement or not. Because there's probably going to be, even if you're pulling, there's going to be some slight movement. So some people think there has to be like, whoa, a lot of movement. No, no, no. It's a gentle, gentle pull. And what I'm doing is I'm breathing out and breathing in. Breathing out and breathing in. And just for sake of breathing, ideally you should be able to breathe out 4 to 6 seconds. If you're having a hard time doing that, that's some of the work we can go into too on breathing and breathing mechanics. Your breathing has a huge impact on muscle tension in general, but specifically muscle tension around this area. Breathing is a real big thing. So those are a few things, more soft tissue work, kind of some traction stuff that you can do on your own to loosen up the neck. Again, if you have any questions on this, please call, email, whatever you need to do. And this last stuff we done in this video, this is stuff you can do anytime. And this is stuff, remember, when we're doing the soft tissue, the pain can get a little higher. If you find yourself not being able to breathe, it's absolutely too intense. Take it back a notch and lighten up on it. And some days will be different. Some days I'm just real sensitive to pain. Some days I feel like I can dig in real deep. I don't always know why, but you just kind of play it how your body tells you to do it. So anyways, thank you very much. Again, let me know if you have any questions.